Hello students, in this video we will discuss the importance of pH in our daily life, in our everyday life. First we'll discuss certain biological systems in which pH plays a very important role, and in that first we'll discuss the role of acid in stomach. As we all know, in our stomach, gastric juice contain an acid named as HCl. That is hydrochloric acid, which helps in killing of the microorganisms, which helps in the activation of inactive enzymes like pepsinogen and prorenin. But due to certain excessive eating, or in case of certain imbalances in our body, excessive acid is released in stomach, and that is known as acidity, and this condition is known as acidity. कभी कभी क्या होता है बच्चे, अगर हम ज्यादा खा लें, कभी कभी खाली पेट में भी ऐसा होता है, हमारे स्टमक की वॉल से ज्यादा एसिड रिलीज हो जाता है, एंड दैट विल कॉज अस एसिडिटी. That will leads to gives us a burning sensation in the stomach, as well as we will suffer from the sore burps. Continuous sore burps are coming out of our mouth. So that is because of the formation of excessive acid in the stomach. That is known as acidity. What is the remedy of it? We use certain medicines like Digene, named under Digene or Eno. These things contain bases in it. Those bases reacts with the acid and neutralization reaction occurs. So, remedy what we take is a weak or a mild base like milk of magnesia. MgOH whole twice बच्चे. Magnesium hydroxide, that is milk of magnesia, is used as an antacid. Ant means opposite. किसके opposite? Acid के. The antacid tablets or the medicines, or you can say the liquids, are used to neutralize the excessive acid released in the stomach. That is why they are referred as antacids. Second, for the growth of plants, plants grows optimally. Plant shows optimum growth or maximum growth at neutral pH, and neutral pH is approximately 7. But in certain cases, due to excessive use of fertilizers, sometimes the soil turns acidic, and if the soil turns acidic due to excessive use of chemical fertilizers, which we are using nowadays quite in excess, the pH of soil turns acidic. And if the pH of soil turns acidic, that means the growth of plants does not occur properly. So for that, what farmers do is, what is the remedy of it? Farmers use weak bases like calcium oxide or calcium hydroxide. Metal oxides and metal hydroxides are bases in nature. We are discussing the topic, so these mild or weak bases are used by the farmers, and that's in NCERT question is also there. A farmer is using calcium oxide or calcium hydroxide in his, or calcium carbonate in his field. Why he is using that? That farmer is using bases, and why he is adding bases to the soil? So that the acidic nature of the soil can be removed easily, can be neutralized easily, and the pH of soil becomes neutral again, so that the plant will grow properly on that particular soil. Now we will discuss the third effect, that is tooth decay. This topic you will study in your first chapter of biology, that is life processes as well. Tooth decay is also caused due to the change in the pH of saliva in the mouth. The saliva has a pH of approximately nearly 7, less than 7, actually it is 6.8 or 6.9 something. But due to anaerobic respiration on the food trapped in our mouth, certain bacteria performs anaerobic respiration on the food trapped in our teeth. कुछ फूड के पार्टिकल बच्चे हमारे दांतों में फंस जाते हैं और उस पर बच्चे वो बैक्टीरिया, वो एनारोबिक बैक्टीरिया क्या करता है, एनारोबिक रेस्पिरेशन करता है और एनारोबिक रेस्पिरेशन से क्या प्रोड्यूस होता है, दिस लीड्स टू द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एसिड. उससे क्या प्रोड्यूस हो जाता है बच्चे, एसिड. As acid keeps on forming, the pH of mouth or saliva keeps on decreasing. जो pH है वो क्या होने लगता है बच्चों, कम. And if pH starts decreasing at below 5.5, the pH below 5.5, the enamel starts to corrode. And this will lead to tooth decay. Enamel is the hardest covering of our body बच्चे. ये gums है, ये डायग्राम आपने कभी एड वगैरह में देखा होगा बच्चे, ये टूथ है. इस पर एक कैल्शियम फॉस्फेट की बनी हार्ड कवरिंग है, that is known as enamel. Then time, then there is a cavity known as pulp cavity. First of all, this enamel will starts to corrode. धीरे धीरे इसमें बच्चे इस तरह से होल्स, कैविटीज होने लगते हैं. And then the acid will reaches to dentine and thus causes tooth decay. आपने कोलगेट की एड में जरूर देखा होगा बच्चे, वो ब्लैक से कलर का एक होल दिखाते हैं, वो that is cavities, that is tooth decay. So for that we use brush, toothpaste. Toothpaste is basic in nature, which neutralize the acid and thus prevent our teeth from tooth decay. So this is the tooth decay, which is also based on pH, change in pH in our daily life. The fourth thing which we have to discuss is protection in animals and plants. A very important 1 mark question is also formed from this topic, बच्चे. Certain animals like ant, honeybee, and plants like nettle leaf plant they release acid. Which acid? Formic acid. It is also known as methanoic acid. About this acid you will study how the name of this acid forms in carbon and its compound. Its formula is HCOOH. This acid is released by ant sting or bee sting into the human blood or animal's blood, and the nettle leaf plant also release the same acid. This acid will cause irritation and itching in the body of our human beings or in the body of animals. So that is the protection measurement. That is the protection device which is used by these plants and animals. Also, when wasp stings, it releases base, and that strong base will cause irritation. जब बच्चे एंट और बी स्टिंग होता है, बी काटती है या एंट काटती है तो एसिड रिलीज करती है, बट जब वास्प काटता है, एक बड़ा सा मकोड़ा जैसा होता है, वो काटता है तो क्या रिलीज करता है? बेस. तो इसकी रेमेडी क्या है? फॉर दैट वी रब बेसिस, माइल्ड बेसिस, वीक बेसिस रब करो, क्योंकि बेस एसिड को न्यूट्रलाइज कर देगा, और बेस अगर एसिड को न्यूट्रलाइज कर देगा तो क्या होगा बच्चे, न्यूट्रलाइजेशन रिएक्शन अकर्स एंड द इफेक्ट ऑफ एसिड रिड्यूसेस. इन दैट केस वी रब वीक एसिड लाइक विनेगर. सिरका घर पे अवेलेबल होता है बच्चे, सिरका रब कर लो. इस केस में क्या रब कर लो, सोप सॉल्यूशन या बेकिंग पाउडर. These are basic in nature. So these are the certain protective measures in animals and plants. Next effect we will discuss is muscle fatigue. About this also we had studied in our chapter of life processes in respiration topic bache. During vigorous exercise, anaerobic respiration takes place in muscles, and due to that anaerobic respiration, formation of lactic acid takes place. This lactic acid gets accumulated in the muscles, gets collected in the muscles, and will suffer from muscle cramps. क्या होता है बच्चे, जब हम एक विग्रस एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं तो जो ग्लूकोज है that will break down into pyruvate in the cytoplasm, and then pyruvate in the absence of oxygen converts into lactic acid, especially in the muscle cells. That lactic acid will get accumulated in the body, in the muscles especially, and causes muscle cramps. The remedy of it is hot water bath or hot oil massage. Next, and the last one is regaining the luster or shine of tarnished copper vessels. Copper, when exposed to air, damp air, then it will react with water vapors of the moisture or damp air, oxygen and carbon dioxide present in that air, and form alkaline copper carbonate, which is green in color. This is alkaline copper carbonate, and this is the corrosion of copper. Reddish brown color pure copper changes to green color layer. This is what the corrosion of copper, the eaten up of the upper surface of copper when it is exposed to damp air, is known as corrosion. बच्चे जो कॉपर है वो कोरोड हो जाएगा, उस पर एक ग्रीन कलर की एल्केलाइन कॉपर कार्बोनेट की लेयर डिपॉजिट हो जाएगी. किस नेचर की है ये, एल्केलाइन. सो फॉर ट्रीटमेंट, फॉर रेमेडी, दिस tarnished copper vessel is rubbed with tamarind juice or citric acid, as these acids, tamarind juice contains tartaric acid. These acids react with that base, neutralization reaction takes place, and this layer is removed, and again the reddish brown color of copper is regenerated, and henceforth we regain the luster of the tarnished copper vessel by rubbing that tarnished copper vessel with an acid, that is tamarind juice or citric acid or vinegar. So these are the effects of pH in our daily life. Now we will discuss a question. A milkman adds a very small amount of baking soda to fresh milk. Baking soda is base in nature. बच्चे, जो एक मिल्कमैन होता है बच्चे, या मिल्क वेंडर होता है, वो क्या करता है, कभी कभी समर्स में स्पेशली अपने दूध में बच्चे, अपने फ्रेश मिल्क में थोड़ा सा बेकिंग सोडा ऐड करता है. The first question is, why does he shifts the pH of fresh milk from pH 6 to slightly alkaline? उसने बच्चे, उसमें ऑब्वियसली बात है, उसमें बेस ऐड किया है तो उसने स्लाइटली पीएच बढ़ा दिया. फ्रेश मिल्क का पीएच होता है 6, उसमें बेकिंग सोडा ऐड किया तो उसका पीएच हल्का सा बढ़ जाएगा, वो हल्का सा एल्कलाइन हो जाएगा, बेसिक हो जाएगा. क्यों? तो इसका आंसर आएगा बच्चे, मिल्क हैज एसिडिक पीएच, weakly acidic pH, and in summer especially it turns more acidic easily, or you can say sets up into curd. इससे तो बच्चे मिल्क स्पॉइल हो जाएगा. दिस विल लीड्स टू द स्पॉइलेज ऑफ द मिल्क. So, to prevent the milk from getting sour, from lowering down its pH, अगर बच्चे pH कम होगा तो एसिडिक कैरेक्टर बढ़ेगा, एसिडिक कैरेक्टर बढ़ेगा तो नेचर क्या होता जाएगा, sour, खट्टे. So, to prevent the milk from getting sour, milkman adds a small amount of base. Which base? Baking soda into the fresh milk. And due to addition of baking soda, the pH of the fresh milk slightly becomes higher than its usual pH, that is 6. उसका usual pH है वो 6 होता है, तो अगर हम बेकिंग सोडा ऐड करेंगे तो उसका pH 6 से ज्यादा हो जाएगा. The second one, why does this milk, which we take from the milkman and has baking soda in it already, that baking soda contained milk take a long time to set as a curd. अब वही दूध जिसमें बच्चे उसने बेकिंग सोडा डाल दिया था हमारी इंफॉर्मेशन के बिना, उसे कर्ड की फॉर्म में सेटअप होने में क्या लगेगा, ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा. क्यों? The milk already contain a base. Which base? Baking soda. For the formation of curd, pH lowers down. As we have discussed बच्चे, as the curd setup takes place, the lactose sugar present in the milk converts into lactic acid. तो acid formation होगी तो pH गिरेगा, pH will falls down. But presence of baking soda, that is a base, does not allow setup of curd to takes place easily. अब ये easily क्यों नहीं होने देगा? Because as the setup of curd starts, the lactic acid formation takes place. That acid gets neutralized by this base, by this baking soda, due to which, as the acid forms, it gets neutralized. As acid forms, it gets neutralized. So it will take a longer time. Which longer time? Until the base gets completely utilized. जब तक बेस पूरी तरह से यूटिलाइज नहीं हो जाएगा तब तक न्यूट्रलाइजेशन रिएक्शन होती रहेगी, तो एसिड बन ही नहीं पाएगा, बच ही नहीं पाएगा. एसिड बचेगा नहीं तो कर्ड सेटअप नहीं होगा. इसीलिए बच्चे, जब तक ये बेस पूरा खत्म नहीं हो जाएगा तब तक एसिड फॉर्मेशन नहीं होगी. एसिड फॉर्मेशन नहीं होगी तो कर्ड सेटअप नहीं होगा. इसका मतलब कर्ड को सेट होने में क्या लगेगा? ज्यादा समय. It will take a longer time for that milk to set as a curd.